Mr. President, I need to thank you. First, by ensuring and making sure that you worked with us to put security topmost today, and that we're going to do everything that we can, each and every one of us, to discuss this problem. When I was coming, Mr. President, this morning, I saw the newspaper headline of this day. Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, expresses shock at the level of violent crime. In other words, Mr. President was expressing surprise. But in accordance to our rule 5313, I will not go into that, but I will only say, Mr. President, in pidgin English, this surprise surprised me.
Minority Leader, there should be no surprises, just go straight to the point.
You have told us that on this solemn day that we're discussing this matter, that we may not at any point be partisan. And I want to tell you, Mr. President, if you didn't insist that we will not be partisan, I would have called out the presidential spokesman, Femi Adesina, who, when the CAN leaders complained about the killing of a priest, he turned around and said that the CAN was acting like a political party. Now that we are talking about it here, let me hear him say that all of us are acting like a political party when somebody is complaining about these incessant deaths in this country. Mr. President, because we have to get to the root of this matter, I can only say one thing. Those who live by propaganda will die by propaganda.
Minority Leader, I really don't like what I'm doing, but I'm forced to. The issue before us and what concerns every single Nigerian today is the insecurity that is so pervasive. So I will still urge you that please, let's contribute in such a manner that we're able to get solutions. I am not saying you cannot say what you want to say, but let's get solutions. What is the way forward? Because we need to take very urgent and immediate decisions and get across to the other side. So you may continue. In fact, you have 2 more minutes. No, you can still. Anyway, this is a minority leader. So there is a discount for him. Go ahead, minority leader.
Mr. President, we are very serious here. This is a matter of life and death. And I was building up to something. And I will say what I was building up to very simply. Boko Haram has been defeated. Nigeria is now safer. Everything was being done to make sure that the hard work that was supposed to be done in securing Nigeria was not done because certain people did not do their work and preferred to cover the eyes of Nigerians with propaganda. That's why I said that at the beginning. But let me go on, Mr. President, to say this. All the time that we wasted in Nigeria trying to find all these excuses for non-performance has now come to stare us in the face. Reality is no respecter of persons. And it is the reality that we are facing now. Senator Sani Musa shouting every day that his people were being killed in Niger. We just took one from Jos, a student who was murdered by a Boko Haram person in full view of everybody with a pistol. And the Boko Haram person was somebody that was more, almost, he's not up to 9 years or 10 years old. And we are told that they have been defeated. Now, to go to the fact of what do we do? Mr. President, we have heard from the newspapers today where you have said and suggested, and they are quoting you to say, oh, well, we're going to call the IG, we're going to talk about the community policing, we're going on that way. Mr. President, Nigeria did not elect the IG. We did not elect the chief of staff. We did not elect the joint chiefs. We did not elect the national security advisor. We elected the government of APC in 2015 and re-elected them in 2019. The reason why we re-elected them was that they continued to tell us that because they had the key to security, and the whole Nigeria voted them in 2015, and I agree with that. And I'm saying, Mr. President, when you want to deal with a matter, you go to the head. So we will go to the government and ask this government to resign because they can no longer do anything in this country.
Mr. Minority Leader, I know. Minority Leader, let me remind you once again that Nigerians voted for APC in 2015, and because they saw improvement in their lives, they voted APC again in 2019. I don't want us to be partisan, and I will advise against hate speech in this chamber.
Mr. President, in conclusion, yes, Nigerians voted a government into power. And that government even said, if we don't perform, stone us. We are going with the stones to stone them now because they are no longer